Yo, me and my boy, yo, it's two anime here. Me and my boy Nick, we're just about to yap about the chapter and stuff. The chapter review is going to come out probably tomorrow in the morning once I go ahead and get the thumbnail sent back to me. I have a lot of videos. How many different videos we got coming up in the next week? I think what I think Wednesday the 27th. So I'm gonna work on the recordings of all the videos I got planned for this month. I'm trying to get my boy Nick hooked up so I can have him talk. I'm probably gonna have to call him on my phone, put him on like my Bluetooth speaker, so y'all can hear him in the background. So the videos I have set up coming out probably next week: Ida Sarada versus Sumire, or sorry, Ida versus Sumire and Sarada. And this video, I'm really just going to talk about the hidden tension that's going to arise between Sarada, Ida. We have an Anakin Skywalker video, how he's probably one of the most misunderstood characters when it comes to Star Wars universe. Momoshiki's betrayal, Boruto's mental health, and Momoshi. So about 5 videos is going to come out. I have another one I also want to add to the video because a lot of things like this chapter changed a lot of things. So yo, what's up, bro? So yeah, give me a second. I'm gonna try to get Nick connected so we can have this conversation. And yeah, like I said, all the chapter review is going to drop tomorrow with the thumbnail, and the videos I'm gonna have coming out in the next week, and it's like 6 of them: Ida versus Samurai Sarada, Anakin Skywalker, Momoshiki's betrayal, Boruto's mental health, and a video specifically about Momoshi. I'm not sure what the title is going to be, but that's going to come out. And yeah, so we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Just give me one moment. I'm about to mute up real quick, and I'll be right back. Sorry guys, I'm back. I was trying to figure out a way to get my friend Nick onto the website, but I wasn't able to because I think his phone is having difficulties. So we're probably gonna have to figure out another way of doing this. I might just put him on speaker from my phone. My I don't have my I was trying to find my speaker, and I can just probably thinking I can connect him to my phone, make it sound better. So it might sound a little rough with him for the first time, but moving forward, we'll figure this out. This is my first time going live in a while, so just give me one more second, and I'll be right back. I'm so sorry. I gotta get my dog to stop barking downstairs. All right, bet. So we got it going. You know what? You want to do me a favor?
Yo, what's up?
Can you check? Do me a favor. I'm gonna
They
mute up.
told me they told me that if something seems like it's not working right, I can try to restart my phone. But I'll even try that, and then just send the link again while I restart my phone, and I'm gonna click it again.
All right, bet. Try the link, and then yeah. Try that.
You want me to restart first or no?
Yeah, restart your phone, then try the link. Yeah.
I bet. All
All
right,
right,
I'm gonna
bet.
do it right now. All right.
All right, let me know. I'll watch and see if you get in the studio. All right, guys. Sorry once again. Me and bro was trying to figure out how we can get this to work. This is my first time trying to stream. Like I said, second time actually. But I wanted to add him in to see if you guys can hear him. But we just ran into like multiple difficulties on this one. So yeah, I just wanted to go over the chapter. Um, I have my review. Like I said, the chapter review is going to come out tomorrow. I'm just bored right now. I need something to talk about. So let's go ahead and do it. So I just wanted to know how y'all felt about this chapter. I kind of like that Hema is wearing Boruto's glove now. That's kind of funny to me because low key Boruto's only wearing it because of Sasuke, but now he has it. And there's another whatchamacallit I want to pull up too as well. Let me see if I can find my if I'm still logged in. I'm trying to pull up my Twitter account real quick. I wanted to show y'all something. For you profile, yes sir. Likes, yes sir. No way. All right, bet. So now we here. One of the main things I wanted to talk about this whole chapter was the funny parallel, like the parallel between Sasuke and Boruto. So, and I, I'm gonna talk about this a lot in my Boruto mental health video because hey, our boy is cooked right now, bro. He's willing to give away his body to. Always good, bro. Hold up. What's up, bro? But yeah, the main thing I wanted to speak about is Boruto and the parallels between Boruto and Sasuke's story. See, Sasuke was once alone at first until he met his new family, Team Seven. And when he met his new family, Team Seven, he started to get confused, and the lines of what he want, the goals of his vengeance started to blur in his mind. Like you remember when he sacrificed himself to save Naruto, Sakura. The list goes on. He was a real one in the part one of Naruto. But it ultimately led to him giving it, accepting and wanting to give his body away to Lord Orochimaru so he can attain the power to defeat Itachi. Like 10, 20 years later down the road, Boruto is now doing the exact same thing that Sasuke did, but instead for Momoshiki, even though the scales are larger and everything's bigger. If you look at this, just look at this panel. He said, if you're able to take down Jura, I'll give you my body and you can have everything you want. This is Boruto. I don't think this is Boruto admitting defeat. It's just I just feel like he's mentally done. He's checked out of this situation, and now he can no longer trust his Kasha Koji. And that rift between him and Kasha Koji is pushing him to go to the most extremes because he cannot trust anyone anymore. Kasha Koji tried to off his friends. Like he served up, what's that girl's name? Yada, I don't even remember. She's irrelevant. And Konohamaru up on the plate, bro. He was about to have them up out of there ridiculously. But just look at this panel. Don't you get it? Orochimaru is going to steal your body, and Sasuke was like, if it happens, it happens. So be it. I would gladly give him my life many times over. Like, bro, it's just that's actually insane. It's just how much similar Boruto and Sasuke's character is. Like I said, Sasuke wanted to give his body away to Lord Orochimaru to get power. And Boruto is basically about to give his body away to Momoshiki so Momoshiki can defeat Jura. I think What the fuck is that? What is that? Oh no, don't promote. I don't care about that. Sorry guys. I was trying to figure out what that was. Not gonna lie, I'm about to use that for a thumbnail. But yeah, all about that. And for the people joining, like I was saying, the chapter review is coming out tomorrow. I was just having some free time on my hand. And I was trying to get my friend Nick to join so we can talk about it. Me and him really bounced a lot of theories off each other. Pause. And that's just what it is. But yeah, I just find it very interesting how Boruto's walking down the same path as Sarada. But this chapter to me was all right. I'm not gonna lie. I like a slow paced chapter because I just feel like with Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, we just be getting so much action. It's my first time using Shonen Jump on a laptop. So my first thing right off the bat, because I'm not going to make a video about this, but Moegi or Masuri's end, it was really underwhelming. I didn't like how Masuri died in this chapter. Like I liked the dialogue. The dialogue was peak. Jura's reaction to her betrayal, him kind of knew Ryu was a throwaway character. So I wasn't Ryu. Sorry. I really don't care. These guys are irrelevant. But I kind of understood it was going to be a throwaway character because there's no way they were going to start a series off with Gara and Shinki dying. It would just be a repeat of Shippuden. Oh yeah, I'm gonna check that out. Should check this out. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out. All right, bet. But yeah, that was my biggest disappointment of this whole thing. Like Mastery just disappearing. It kind of gives me old Kara vibes. I know that was one big complaint a lot of us had when when we was originally reading Next Generations, is how quick Kara came and went. They just got into battles and they died. But I feel like Mastery was done so dirty. She got caught lacking. It was just all right, cool. I wasn't expecting the Thorn Soul bulb to work, but that gives me more hope that Momoshi, when he approaches Ida, he's going to achieve his goal because oh, it's in threads. Okay, bet. Hey, tag me on on X. Just two side anime. It's the same thing. Tag me on that jump. Like tag me in the thread, and I'll read it. And I can even bring it up here. Oh, I'm sharing the wrong. I. That's a good thing. You guys just said something, bro. I'm sharing the wrong screen. This whole time I'm still on X, and I was reading the chapters actually. That's funny. Hold up. Let me share where the shonen jump. All right, bet. Thank you, bro. Do I agree it's going to be the same as Yuji and Sukuna? I feel like yes and no. I feel like with this situation, Momoshiki is going to get extinguished earlier on. I mean, later on through the Jogan and through Shibai. That's another thing I feel like is going to happen that we're going to talk about. I do feel like Shibai is going to, because I honestly believe he's the reason why Boruto has a Jogan. And you guys know I've said this in multiple videos. Like, there's no other explanation. I know it just doesn't make sense for Boruto to have that type of eye unless somebody planted that power in him, right? But we'll see. I don't want to say it's not going to be like Sukuna and Yuji, but I honestly feel like Boruto's given up on living. For him to tell Momoshiki, if you can defeat Jura, you can have whatever everything you want. Unless Boruto has concocted a counter plan, kind of like what Sasuke did to Orochimaru, made Orochimaru think he was going to get his body until Orochimaru was really sick, and then Sasuke made his move in chapter. What was this? The Snake and the Hawk, or the Hawk and the Snake chapter? What was that? 3 something? Shippuden? Yeah, unless Boruto has used Momoshiki's future sight to concoct a different future, that's the only way I can see it. But I really don't see a way if he gives his body how he can get it back unless Shibai somehow intervenes with the Jogan's abilities. That's the only thing that I can actually think of. But yeah, all this was cool. It's pretty cool. I'm trying. That Moegi coming back alive, Boruto in the air. That shit was cool. I'll give it to him. Like I said, I like Hima's new design. I'm trying to get to the next chapter. All of this was pretty cool. We all know when the Thorn Soul is released. Now that we've seen that the Thorn Soul bulb actually works and it will release whoever harms to their body, any type of vital harm to their body, we kind of know that the next situation is going to be um the opposite. Now we see that the Thorn Soul bulbs actually work. We need to see what happens when one of these God Tree clones consume their target. Unfortunately, I'm starting to think it's going to be Ida. I know I said this about Konohama, but with Masari and Ryu, whatever his name is, out the picture, it's only the only God Tree clones is left is Hidari and who was his name? Momoshi. So is it possible that Sarada might get eaten by Hidari? I doubt it. In that 10 directions, the new updated 10 directions that Kashin Koji saw, we kind of seen Hidari like it looks like he's trying to poke Sarada's forehead or get her eye out, which I really think he's going to try to poke her forehead, but we'll see. I don't think Sarada would be consumed, but it's possible because there's only 2 left. I really feel like Ida's the perfect candidate, or Momoshi's going to kidnap Ida and bring her to Jura, and Jura is going to attempt to use her remote viewing. Oh, we also know when Momoshiki takes over Boruto's powers are amped up. Like the code arc when he did it, he was able to release giant Rasengans like it was nothing. Like he was going crazy. Code almost died instantly. I mean, after getting hit in the shoulder with the Rasengan bullet or Rasengan. So with Boruto's time skip body and the amount of skills and how strong Boruto has gotten since the time skip, I think Momoshiki will be able to use his body because there's Karma V1, Karma V2, all those amps, and Momoshiki's 1,000 years worth of battle experience against Jura. I feel like it will be an even match. The only issue is you can't trust Momoshiki. Like I'm gonna have that video out in like a couple more days. I feel like I'm gonna stop releasing videos back to back. I have a bad habit because in YouTube, when you release a video, I guess it's like the first 3 days you should just monitor it and watch the stats. But usually I'm always on the go. So I just add my video and leave. But I think I'm gonna do that. Wait 3 days, drop a video, wait 3 days. So I'm sorry that was off topic. Sorry. But yeah, I really think Momoshiki might be able to pull some stops out to defeat Jura. But I don't know. Jura's just too strong. And it's also that warning that Kashin Koji gave us that if Jura gets mad, he's going to end the world. Like, so we'll see. And we also haven't seen Kawaki V2 versus Jura. And I feel like this conversation, all that part was cool. This conversation, I feel like the spoilers all over Twitter kind of ruined this for us. We already knew what this conversation was. I'm pretty glad. I'm just glad they hashed it out. But the only important thing you guys should take from this conversation is Ida's reaction. Because now Ida's going to realize in the next chapter when she connects with him with the sensory team that they're no longer in love. They're not under her control. Because if you remember at the beginning, chapter 1 of Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, the conversation between Sarada and Sumire and Ida was kind of tense when Ida was like, hold up, wait, I thought you guys were supposed to be under my control. Why do you guys keep bugging me and asking me questions about Boruto? And if you remember, Damon tensed up in that moment. It looked like Damon wanted to attack. If Damon would have figured out that Sarada and Sumire weren't under his control, he was going to stick to his word that he stated back in Next Generations. Damon basically said anybody that can harm his sister that's not under control of her charm ability, which is just omnipotence, is a threat to her. So Kawaki and Boruto was a threat to Ida because they aren't affected by her ability. So Damon walked in, beat them up, knocked them both out, embarrassed them. It's the same thing he would do to Sarada and Sumire. Damon has no loyalty to the Leaf Village or nothing they have going on in the village, anything they have going on in the village. So he's going to stick to his sister and he's going to protect his sister. So Sarada and Sumire are in a very dangerous situation, but this tension is perfect because it's going to lead to Momoshi being introduced into the chat because we need some type of attention because there's no way Momoshi is just going to walk in the village with Kawaki Boruto. And let's not forget, Sumire and Amato just found out the truth about Naruto being alive and Kawaki having them stored in the place. So we know that conversation is about to come up. So I think next chapter we're just going to get a lot of talking too. I think Kashin Koji is going to try to reach out to Boruto, but Boruto is kind of going to just ignore him. Just like I said, he tried to sacrifice his friends. Yeah, all that blah blah blah. I wasn't really tweaking off this conversation. But it's like about time she finally said that. See, Ida trying to act like she Ida's just messy, dog. But what makes it funny, she's so she's acting what's the goofy right now, but in a couple next chapter, it's all gonna hit her what's going on. And I also don't believe Sarada and Sumire are unaffected by omnipotence because of their love for Boruto. I honestly just think it's because Ida wanted friends, two friends. That's it, true friends that are under her control. Say tag me. Hold up. All right, let me see. I see what you tagged me in, bro. Hold up. We'll get back to this. Let me share. First off, we have minor details removed from the cover side text, nothing too important. There's also a difference between master and teacher again, the significance of Kona Hamaru-chan, and the correction of my translation saying chief. It was just elder. God damn. Okay, so the board. See, I'm more interested in the Boruto and Momoshiki. The reason why I'm really like we've known forever, sorry to like Boruto, like since the beginning of the anime. So this conversation was long overdue. But it's like, why does Sumire even think she's involved? Like, bro's on the bench. Like, what is Sumire talking about? She's gonna get try extra hard to get Boruto. Did she not see how Boruto side eye her when after Sarada hugged him and she tried to start a conversation and he was like ditto. He just looked at her like, bro, why are you talking to me, bro? But yeah, I don't know. Broke down most of what Sarada said in official Japanese literature. She downplayed herself kind of. But also, I do like the conversation. A lot of people have been complaining about the conversation about Sarda and love and how this has been the main focal point of her character. But I mean, since the beginning, Sarda has been a character about love since she was introduced in the one shot when she was trying to figure out who her family was and trying to meet Sasuke. And she awakened her Sharingan through the pains that she was going through without having her father around because he was out saving the world type shit. So her character always revolved around love since the moment she was introduced into the series. And then a lot of it was her rejecting her feelings and trying to be stronger. And like she said, she just ran away from her true feelings for a long time. And now she's finally embracing her feelings. And that's what's giving her strength, which is literally the first thing we learned in the Land of Waves arc about all the characters in Boruto. Yeah, they do only like fights. That's the shit that kind of pissed me off. I like slow chapters like this when we get more insight into characters. Like I was getting burnt out on the fights. Because think about it, since Boruto 2 Blue Vortex started, the first four chapters we went straight into it. Like the God Tree clones were released. Boruto comes to the village. He fights Miski. After fighting Miski, he finally leaves. He talks to Shikamaru, tells him the truth. Boom, he leaves. Literally, the next chapter, Hidari and Jura come. They get in the fight. Hema versus Jura. Boruto versus Hidari. Sorry to all them. They jump Hidari. They get him out the way. After that, they go on this mission, this long arc with all everything. They're just fighting all through it, bro. I know the monthly wait makes people mad, so they don't like these slowdown chapters, but I always enjoy them, bro. It gives us a lot to talk about. But yeah, I agree. I just don't like how Mastery died so quickly. Like that, I wanted to see more of her character because Moegi has wood style, and we never seen her do anything. For all those who wanted to know what they meant, they won't hold back. Here's an explanation. Oh yeah, because I'm sure. Yeah, okay. Let me read this because I was really confused when they were like they won't hold back. I was like, what is Sumire talking about, bro? Boruto don't know you exist. Yeah, it's gonna be text heavy because the next conversation is gonna be Amato talking to Kawaki because Kawaki dropped a major bomb. Like, yeah, I have Lord Seventh. He's alive. You're right. Like everybody's like, bro, what? So I get it. Literally, this comes down to this. I'm not gonna hold back anymore, K. Oh yeah, that's I 100% agree with you. I feel like Two Blue Vortex flows way better Then Boruto Next Generations. If you remember when the writer switch, whatever, Kadachi was no longer in, and we transitioned to the code arc, it was like this big, like, what was it? What's the word I'm looking for? Everything just felt slower at one point. The pacing, everything just changed, and it was kind of weird. And I feel like we really never got on the rhythm, the right rhythm until the end, like the first last four chapters of Next Generations, and it felt normal. Oh no, they over here talking. They about to try to rizz up Boruto. Talking about actively claiming time and space with him, direct verbal openness, flirting, teasing, cutting off other girls in conversations, physical closeness, staking their claims. Hey, bro, what kind of stuff is this? So be prepared for Sumire flirting to be ramped up to the max. Nobody cares. Like, bro, again, I'm sorry. Who is Sumire, bro? Like, and then what made this chapter even funnier, I didn't want to point this out because I really don't like Sumire fans on X. Sumire, after Sarada vented her feelings about Sumire, after Sarada vented her feelings about Boruto Sumire, Sumire was like, "Yo, it was totally obvious. I always knew you like Boruto. So why did Sumire run away crying, throwing up if she already knew that Sarada liked Boruto? What are we doing here, bro? Hey, bro, somebody, hey, they gotta make her a tree, bro. Yeah. Ain't with all this, bro. Jura needs to get up. Yeah, Jura. She gotta join the God Tree army. Her and Dame